Hello everybody, and today we are here to talk on Android app shortcut. That is the latest feature that is launched in the Android 7.1, that is for the API level 25. And here is the screenshot of that particular shortcut on which this is a messenger app from the Google. On the long press of the icon in the launcher, you will have a multiple options that will take you to the same app but on the different location. So this is the SMS application. So in this shortcut, you will just have a long press here and you will have an option of the new conversation, or you can directly jump into a Tristan conversation with the K or the Fran and the so on. And little there is a horizontal toolbar icon, which will actually, if you will click on this, so you will have a particular icon just to only to the jump. Like if you directly jump into the Tristan mess conversation, so you will just drag this and just lift it on the anywhere on the screen, so it will have a shortcut directly for the jump into this message of the Tristan conversation. So just let's see what are the things we need to code for this, and let's jump onto the code. So the prerequisite for this course is actually for the Android 7.1 or higher devices, that is the API level 25 and above. And the limitation is actually up to the Google Now launcher and the Pixel launcher that is available from the Google Play Store. You can download it and use it, but the device limitation is actually Android 7.1. So the minimum level will be 25. Below to that, it is still not supported. And for the testing purpose, you need to have a Pixel phone. Already you have installed a custom OS of 7.1 that is available on the XDA and all, or you have configured Android virtual devices with the Android 7.1 or API level 7.25. Sorry. So there are the two kinds of app shortcut that is currently available in Android. One is a static shortcut and another is the dynamic shortcut. Static shortcut is actually it is a kind of word itself say it is static, and it cannot be changed onto the runtime. So when it is declared once, so you can change only by the when you will have provide the app updates and all. And in the static shortcut, you have to declare your shortcut in the manifest file. So we will see how we can declare that in the manifest file. And there are the two tags that is used in the static import, that is in the shortcut and the shortcuts. So inside the shortcuts tag, we provide multiple shortcut tag. So we will see how we can code in this. And one is actually the dynamic shortcut, which is actually pretty much easy as compared to the static shortcut. And in this only you have to do code in the Java, and this is only a 5-6 line of code, and which is the use of the shortcut manager API that is available in the API 25 and above. So in the actually the dynamic is the most friendly thing, but static is also a very good thing to see. So what are the steps actually need to build a static shortcut, as we are discussing static shortcut in this video. So and the dynamic in the another one. So the first thing which you have to do is create a XML with in the resource/XML folder that is actually used for the preference fragment. In the same folder, you have to create a shortcuts.xml file in the resource/XML folder, and inside that you have to create one shortcuts tag that will be the parent tag, and inside that you can how many shortcuts which you need to, you will provide that much amount of shortcut tag, and inside that you will have to code. And we will see what are the steps that we need to cover in this. And the last thing which you have to do is entry of that particular shortcut in your metadata in the activity manifest, where your activity is actually declared in the manifest. In the below to that intent filter section, or if there is no intent, actually it is in the launcher, so you will have a intent filter there. So below to that you will just assign a metadata, and you will see your shortcuts there on whatever that launcher activity which you have written there. So this is actually a code snippet from the developer.android.com. So and after creating your shortcuts.xml, you have to write this much amount of code in that. So the very first thing that we were discussing, that is the shortcuts. This is the parent tag. Inside that you will have to declare your launcher and all. So inside the shortcuts there is a shortcut tag. It actually from here shortcut to the end tag of shortcut, this will describe one launcher. If you want to more, you will just use another shortcut, open tag and close tag, and inside that you will click there one more of this and you will have another shortcut. So you can add not as much as it is only allowed up to 5. So you can have only 5 shortcuts in both in the static and in dynamic. So just let's see with the one example of the shortcut. So the first attribute that is Android shortcut ID. This is actually a must have a component you have, so you have to declare this, and this actually accept a string. So you can have a, we have written here actually the compose, that is a enable. Actually this is for the like you want the shortcut to be function or not. When it is enable, you have put true here, it will be usable. I mean, if user click on that shortcut, the action will be performed. But if it is said false, so you will, the user won't be able to actually access that shortcut. But there is actually a message that will be displayed, so we will see it in later. In the Android icon, so you will provide a shortcut icon there, as we have already seen there was a icons were there on the chat messages and all in the conversation part. And another is actually shortcut short label. Shortcut short label is actually limited up to 10 character. So if any devices have a small screen sizes or a small density, so this particular message will be displayed. In the long shortcut long label, if the device have a more space available to show, so then this message will be shown there, because their limitation is actually 25. And this is actually a disabled message. So whenever you put the enable into the false mode, then this shortcut disabled message will be displayed here. So if this is true, then this is optional, short or long, in any one of this will be displayed. But if this is false, then only your displayed message will be there. So whatever the message you have written here with the reference of at string, this will be get displayed. So this was the part of pretty much like designing of that particular shortcut. I think we have to say the layouts and all, whatever which we see here in the list. So this will actually for the look part, that is the attribute. And this is the intent part, that is the behavior part. So what action will be going to when the user will tap on that particular shortcut. So the first thing is like we have to create one Android action inside our intent tag, and that will be android.intent.action.view. And that is the target package. So whatever the activity which you are going to launch, you have to provide the package here, only the package address. Like here it is com.example.app shortcut. So you will just provide a package name here, and that is the targeted class. So what will be the activity that you are going to launch here? That will be the main activity. So if you actually have a multiple intent you want to declare, so you can declare that here also, but the only active will be the last one in this row, because XML is actually a static part and it is called one, so it will just replace with the, if one is here and the second is here, so second will be active and one will be deactive automatic. If there is 3, so 1 or 2 will be deactive and the last one. So always the last one will be in the active condition. So it is not a case like if you will put 10, 9 will be in the deactive mode and the last one will be in the active mode. And that is actually the category. So right now it is only one category is available, android.shortcut.conversation. So this is only one tag that is available. In the future maybe we have a more categories, so we can describe and the behavior will be changed on this. So right now it is only one tag that is available as per according to the developer.android.com. So this is for the one part of the thing, that is for the one shortcut. If you want more shortcuts, so you can just create another shortcut, open and close tag, and you can decide whatever you want to decide in that. So let's see what in the next. And the next thing which you have to do is you have to make an entry to the manifest file. So in the manifest, so whatever will be your launcher activity, like here it is the main activity, that is that with the name of main. So as we all know, there's an intent filter with the intent action of the main and the category of launcher. So whatever will be the launcher activity, only in that particular you have to add this with the metadata, of a name android.app.shortcuts, and you will provide a resource of @xml shortcuts here. So these are actually a strict version. So if you will not use this one, your app shortcut won't be visible in your apps and all, and you will sometime have a runtime error, because actually Android Studio is right now not supporting code completion in this behavior of the shortcut. So you will have to type very much correctly, or even you can just copy and paste and edit from the developer.android.com, because the snippet is also available in developer.android.com, and I will provide the link in the description below. And so after this you will have able to see what your app shortcut. So these are the actually special attributes, the attributes and their mandatory section and the disabled section. So as we have discussed already this, but let me go through once. The shortcut ID that we will provide it has the compose, that is a string, and it is a mandatory field, so you have to fill this. And the second word is enabled, so you can default it is true. If you will write or not, it will be true, but if you want to make it false, so you can just write the false here. And one is the shortcut short label, you have to provide it because it is mandatory but the limitation is up to 10 character, because the place is actually very small for you to write icon. So what are the icon that you want to show in your shortcut list or the view? Shortcut long label, actually it is limited to 25 character, and but it will only display if there is a space available or the device have a very high pixel or very high density. Shortcut disabled message will be displayed only when your Android enabled is set to false, and the intent is whatever the action which you want to take on that particular click, what are the activity or what are the anything, whatever the activity or your on that activity, if there is any fragment or whatever the condition which you have, so you can launch using that particular intent. And in the category, we have only one category that is available right now, is the shortcut category conversation. So these are the pretty much theory part of there, and we will see what is in the code part. So this is just a basic project. There is nothing in it. The only one main activity, and you have a one layout of activity underscore main. And this project is actually minimum SDK is 25, and only the minimum, because below 25 the Android app shortcut is not available, because it is introduced in this API only. So below this you can't use it. So the minimum device version will be 25, that is 7.1.1. So this is just a basic project, and the very first step that is needed is you have to click on this resource, and you will have create a directory that with the name of the XML. So, and in this XML you have to create a XML resource with the name shortcuts you have. So shortcuts, with the name of the shortcuts, you will create one file here, and just press OK, and just go to the text part, because there is no any visual part here. So if you have a preview window open, so you can close it, and just replace this preferences with the shortcuts, as you won't have a code completion, so you have to pretty much sure what you are typing here. Then you have to create one more shortcut, this much, and inside this attribute you have to write all of your codes. So the first code, that will be the Android shortcut ID, and you will write here as in the code, that is the compose. And the second is actually Android enabled, and that will be true. And the third is actually Android icon. So we will be using map here, because right now we have a map IC and score launcher. So you can get the icon here. so that this will be the icon that will be get seen when the launcher is clicked. And the third is actually Android shortcut short label, and here only you can provide the string resources. So if you will use any kind of string, it will give you error and it won't be shown. So just create strings in the string resources, string.xml. so we will use string short label, and you will use shortcut label. Just create 3 using the command Control D. Shortcut, long label and disable label, and we will see shortcut short label, long label, and will be disable label. So this will be displayed when the space will be low, and that is actually limited to the 10 character as we have discussed already. This is the long label. When space will be available, then this will be displayed, and this is the disable label. So when the Android enable will be false, then this will be shown. So for the short label, what we have to do, we will type a string slash, and just let me copy from here, short label, and we will paste it. So, and just let me copy this in all, shortcut short label, and we will use long label. With the after long label we have a disable label, and so let's change it with all long label. We will paste it in the long label, and for the disable label we will paste it in the disable label. Shortcut label is we have written, and for the pretty much designing part we have already done. So now we will actually use the intent part, that is here. What will be the action that is going to get performed here? So in the intent part, the first of the thing is actually we will use Android action. So this is actually Android dot intent, this is Android intent dot action dot view. So this is the action that we have to write, and we have a Android target package, and this will be the package name. Well, like in the this is actually in the main activity, but it is inside the package com.demo.shortcut. So just let me copy the package name from here and in the shortcuts. So this is the target packages, and now we have to write the Android target class. For the target class, again you have to write with this, but we have a main activity here because this is the class that is going to be launched when this particular action. And the last thing, I will using a smart join, actually Control J. So and then actually the category, Control Alt L for the formatting. Categories we have. So this is also not for the multiple tag, this is only one tag. So in the categories, Android name, we will write here Android dot shortcut dot Android dot shortcut dot conversation, and this is pretty much sure. This is for the one part, that is if you want one shortcut, so you have to write this much amount of code, and we have already discussed about this behavior, and this is the half part that which we have done. So and the next part is actually we have to declare this in our manifest file. So just let's open the manifest file here, and in manifest file we have already seen up to below intent filter actually. So you have to write one metadata, and in this metadata only you have to declare your shortcuts. So you will go with the Android name, and here it is Android dot app dot shortcuts, and then here is Android resource, and then for the resource you have to go for the @XML/shortcuts. So this was the part, and we will just run this project, and the whole part is actually done. So let's go for one thing. You have to create one XML resource inside the resource folder. You have to create one XML, and inside that you will create one shortcut.xml, and this will be the parent tag inside which you can declare as many shortcut as you can. And this is the ID. Oh sorry, the ID part we have it. Oh, here it is, shortcut ID, and this is the enabled part. This is the shortcut disabled message, this is shortcut long message. This is actually happened because of the formatting of the line using the priority tag. So using Control Alt and Alt L, you can it is actually arranged in the form of priority label. So you can use it in your, or you can use Control Shift Alt L, that will be the format code with the empty spaces and all. So this is all thing I covered in the Android Studio tutorial, so you can see in that. But we have done in this is the intent part, where the particular action will be taken when that particular shortcut is going to be get clicked. And in this is the main activity, that is our launcher activity, and on the launcher only you will have a shortcut of option. So you only have to declare in your launcher activity. And this is the actually metadata with the name of Android.app.shortcuts. Providing a resource of that is shortcuts. So whenever the app will get installed and all, so it will provide you shortcut. But as we all know, there's a minimum requirement of 25. You have a device that is running with the Android 7.1.1 of API level 25, then only you can test in this. So just let's install this and see what are the going to happen. So we have some error here, as it is unable to find shortcut disabled message. So this error actually shortcut disabled label, we didn't have any attribute here. So as we don't have a code completion here, so you have to write shortcut disabled message here. So this is the attribute that is available. So this is very much actually, because we don't have a code completion here, so you have to write pretty much sure how you can write this code. And let's run this application. So this is actually my Nexus 5 where it is actually custom ROM of Android 7.1.1 is running. So we will see the shortcut behavior here, and we will also modify with the enabled and see the shortcuts and all. So this is the app that is get launched here. So our part is actually, this is the only the icon that is available. I had put it in the home. So if you will put the, press this, so we have a space actually available here. So you are able to see this long label here, as we have already uh, seen here. This is the long label, so we are seeing the long label here. So but let's see what is visible in this here also, because the resolution is actually pretty much high, so you are seeing the long label here. And let's see one more magic thing that is here. So whenever we have a long press here, so this is the like two horizontal icon here. So if you will click on this, so you will have another shortcut that will directly get you jump to this level. So as you can see here, it is short label is actually, because the space is actually limited up to 10 character. So here you are seeing the short label, but here it is, you are having a long label because the space is actually available, and but we haven't used it. So this is actually for the short label, and this is the main launcher icon, and this is the short that is the shortcut which you have get on the this click. Now let's have a one more thing, that is we will make this false, and just let's run this. We will see the disabled message actually in this particular. So the project is actually installing. So we will just make the shortcut in an appropriate manner. So the app is launched. So as you can see, we have disabled this particular shortcut. So we have this icon is actually get in the grayish manner, that is it is not in the active state. So if you will click this, we have a toast message, like whatever we had written in the disabled message string, so that will get displayed in the toast, as you can see here, disabled label. And when you will click also in this, nothing will actually happen, no shortcut will be happen. So if user is actually placed for this only, they have actually provided this disabled message, so that will get visible in your shortcut. So we have still have a shortcut, but we have enabled false. So on the long press of this also, there is no shortcut is available, but we had made an external shortcut from here. So on the clicking of this, we have a toast of disable message. So this is the pretty much for the static, and we have also have a dynamic in the next video, and you will see this dynamic also behavior in your. And this is the pretty much sure. I will share this PPT also with you all, so you can see and go on with this. And this is for today's video for the Android app static shortcut, and we will have a more videos on this Android developer school. So please like my channel, subscribe for the upcoming videos to get notified in that, and also comment what are the things that need to be get improved in this video, so I can, or your questions, queries and suggestions and all, everything is important for us. And thanks for watching, and thanks.